It is officially round 2 in the fight for information about GPS ankle monitors. Our state attorney general and district court not necessarily seeing eye to eye on the law, and now the AG has filed a new lawsuit over this. For investigator Ryan Laughlin has been following this saga, and I should say that now your name is in this latest lawsuit. You didn't do anything wrong, though.
I didn't. Weird to see your name in a court filing, but it's because our For Investigates public records request was denied. And, you know, there's the Second Judicial District Court here. They have pretrial services under them. It's their responsibility to keep an eye on the ankle monitoring program, and those are the people that are awaiting trial. Making sure they're where they're supposed to be and where they're not where they're not supposed to be. Exactly. Yeah. Then there's the Attorney General, Raul Torres. He is enforcing the state's Inspection of Public Records Act that helps us and anyone in the public really take a look at what's going on within the government. Now, he says our request was unlawfully denied along with another news outlet, and he wants a judge to step in. Now, here's part of that lawsuit filed today. You can see my request was trying to get at how and when other agencies are notified when someone breaks the rules when they're out on an ankle monitor. The issue here is how the court is defining information related to GPS data. Now, we were not requesting location data on suspects, which is a relatively new law on the book, says that's only accessible to law enforcement. What we were asking for is how one government agency is communicating with another. We talked to the Attorney General today about why access to this information is so important.
Just 2 days ago, we witnessed a pretrial detention motion that was filed against an individual who pulled out a gun at the Albuquerque Convention Center and shot a woman in the neck in broad daylight. And thankfully, she survived. Despite apprehending this dangerous individual at the scene of the crime, guess what happened to him? He was placed on GPS. Now, and we are told that that's an effective way of protecting the public and making sure that everyone is safe. How are we going to know that if we don't have access to violation reports related to that defendant?
Now, what we asked for was the total number of GPS violations. No names, just how many people are violating their ankle monitoring rules. The AG thinks we should be able to see individual data on certain suspects, like the guy you saw, the shooting suspect at the graduation ceremony.
And we should quickly point out, years ago, For Investigates uncovered that people weren't being monitored on holidays and weekends, and that's how we got to this point ultimately. So we mentioned that AG Torres filed a similar lawsuit before. What happened then?
Well, it was a similar Inspection of Public Records Act violation lawsuit. He actually won that lawsuit. Then legislators passed a law that we're talking about now. You'll remember that was the omnibus bill that you broke down for us. That's when a bunch of lawmakers got together, have a hodgepodge of public safety bills, get it passed kind of behind closed doors after some negotiations. Well, they thought they nailed down this GPS issue then. Well, today we talked to a key lawmaker that was in those behind closed doors meetings about what the law says and what could happen next.
I think we need to quit pointing the finger at one another and trying to hide behind rocks when it comes to crime in Albuquerque. The problem is too serious. The consequences are too grave.
So State Senator Joseph Cervantes, who you just heard from there, says they are communicating with the governor about what should be possibly on the call for this next special session that we know is coming up in July. A lot of people pointing to the ankle monitor issue as something that needs to be addressed.
My goodness, there's so many issues we could point at. So let's talk about the courts, the people who hold the data. What are they saying here?
Well, they say no comment on pending litigation, but they did write a letter to the Attorney General pointing to a Supreme Court ruling about how they're defining GPS data here, and they're saying, hey, we're just following the law.
Okay. A lot going on. Ultimately, it comes down to accountability and transparency. That's why you guys do what you do, and I know you'll stay on top of it.
Absolutely.
All right, Ryan, thank you.